Okay guys, so we're starting off this video a little bit later in the day, and that's because I want to do something a bit different. I want to do some night photography, and I know not a lot of you guys are into photography, but I think this behind the scenes might get you interested or might just be entertaining. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to bring. So photography might seem like a pretty high bar of entry, it's going to cost a lot, but in fact it won't. This is the camera that I originally started shooting with, and almost every single post on my Instagram up until about a couple months ago were shot on this camera. This is a Canon 20D, and you can pick these up for 50 bucks used on eBay, and it is a great camera. This is what I started with. With that, you're also gonna need a lens, and this is what I used for quite a while. This is an 18 to 55 kit lens. This is also about $50, or you can even get these for free if you walk into a camera store. These are everywhere. Now, I'll also show you guys how to shoot with a 50mm prime lens. This is a 1.4. And this can help you get really shallow depths of field, and is also really good for night photography. Now, a tripod is also going to be a pretty essential tool. Unless you want to find somewhere to prop your camera up every single picture, you're going to need a tripod. Now, I'll have all the gear linked down in the description. Some of the gear is older, like the camera body and the lens I mentioned earlier, but you should be able to find those pretty easily on eBay. You guys ready for this? That's sweet 1.6. So it is currently 8:40 and sunset's about 8:50ish right now. So once the sunset hits, it's gonna still be another 45 minutes till it's actually like dark. Now if you're shooting car photography, sadly one of the most important things is location. No matter how cool your car is, if you're shooting in the back of an alleyway, actually sometimes alleyways can be cool. If you're shooting somewhere bland, it usually doesn't look that good. So what's important is the spot. You wanna find a spot, and if you're shooting at night, you want light. So you need a spot and you need light. So let's go find something. Okay, I think we found a pretty adequate spot. I always like to, after I park, just leave it running, hop outside, and take a look at what it looks like, see if you're in a good position. I'm liking it right now. So this is kind of what we're working with. So this background, it's got a bit, there's some lights, it's fairly bright right now. We got the sunset over there. I think this will look pretty good, especially at a tighter focal length like that, and then sideways like that. There's definitely something here. There's definitely something here. Okay, we need camera gear. I also hate that my key is also my trunk, so I've got camera gear back there, so the car has to turn off. What I like to do with this bag is that because it opens like clamshell from the back, I'll usually just open it all the way and leave it up like this on the passenger seat, so I can just keep grabbing stuff as I need it. Okay, we'll start by setting up this camera on a tripod so that I can then move around and show you guys on the other camera. Okay, you guys are all set up on the tripod, so I can do like smooth pans like that. Look at the sunset, exposed. Okay, let me grab some more gear, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by showing you guys how I use this setup to shoot, which is the 50 1.4 on the Canon 20D. This is the $100 night photography setup right here. I'll have to grab a tripod, I forgot that already. But this guy on a tripod shooting that should be perfect. Actually, I think my buddy lives around here somewhere. I'm gonna call him and see if he wants to come out. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
What are you doing?
Oh.
Huh? Is the car clean? Do you want to shoot? I'm like right here. Is that a yes? Is that a yes? I think he's coming? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he lives right over there. I feel like I just keep adding more stuff on, but if you're shooting with the tripod for Instagram, you're probably also gonna want one of these L brackets. These are really nice to have. I'll show you how it gets rigged up. Okay, so camera, L bracket. This goes on like so. And then what this does, it gives you a 1/4-20 mount at the bottom of your or the side of your camera as opposed to the bottom of your camera, so that when you mount it to the tripod, it's like this as opposed to like this. And then we take this guy and we mount this guy onto our tripod, and now we have a camera in the vertical orientation on our tripod. Whoa. You gotta make sure you tighten everything up. I highly recommend that. Okay, now this camera is older and doesn't have a giant display here to see what you're doing, so it's kind of, you gotta spray and pray almost, but generally if you have a wide aperture, a pretty slow shutter speed, and a low ISO, and you make sure everything's in focus, you'll get a pretty tack sharp image. With older gear like this, I actually manually focus almost exclusively, especially at nighttime when the autofocus just isn't up to par. So autofocus, small aperture, which means a small a large aperture, which means a small number. So with this lens, it goes down to 1.4, so we'll shoot 1.4. A slow shutter speed is generally anything half of your focal length, which this one is 50, so anything under 25 is generally going to be pretty slow. On a tripod, you can go as slow as you want. So you could do a 3-second exposure with a wide aperture. No, you couldn't, it'd be overexposed. You can do a 3-second exposure with like a really small aperture and get a pretty tack sharp image late at night. Okay, so I'm gonna mess around a bit here with this setup, and then I'll put the results like here and maybe here, and point out a few things with some arrows about what I like and what I don't like. And then also a little tip is if you're shooting with older gear where you need to manual focus it, or if you're shooting at night, sometimes getting it right where you need it, where it looks sharp through the viewfinder, bringing it like a little step back, taking a picture, going back, going a little bit farther, taking a picture. Out of that, like if you look where it's tack sharp, you go a little bit back, a little bit too far, eventually one of those will look pretty sharp. If you're shooting with older gear and you need to do something like that.
Hello?
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 Is this you?
Yeah? What? What do you mean?
Just you, right?
Yeah?
I know you can. You got master skills.
Are you coming? What are you doing? Okay, he's on his way. Maybe. Okay, well it sounds like Jacob's actually coming by, so we'll shoot his GR86 with this bad boy. I'll move my car out of that spot because that's really where I want to shoot his car, and this kind of turned more into a photo shoot video, but it should still be good. You guys get the gist. Shoot the car, it's dark. Hey! I'm gonna move my car. Do you want to kind of go like right where mine is at that same angle? Important when you're shooting with other people to give them good directions, or else they feel like they're not doing anything. Yay! I was doing a little video of like how to take pictures of cars at nighttime, but I was like pretty sure you live right over there, so now I have a different car to shoot. Repositioning. I would highly recommend, if you're shooting with somebody, to reposition them at least 2 or 3 times, get every angle in each spot. You should have a pretty good set. So actually back up into one of these ones over here. Can you do one of these ones over here? One of these over here. Thank you. It's perfect. It's perfect. Want to show them the color you want to do, the purple, or is that a secret? Can we show them?
Yeah, we can show them.
Okay.
We got
NSFW stuff.
Yeah, no, we got Rengoku donut. We got,
okay.
oh,
yeah.
There you go. There you go. Ooh.
So Jacob is thinking of this like metallic-y, royal-y purple-esque on the whole thing, and then you're gonna keep the bronze wheels.
Oh yeah.
So the bronze wheels, the purple. And then anything else? Anime stickers?
No.
Huh?
Tits though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Just
on the hood.
On the hood.
On the hood.
You can do that? Bye-bye. Okay, well I'll end the video there. It kind of went off the rails immediately with Jacob being nearby and me hitting him up, but hopefully you got a few good tips on how to take photography at nighttime, and it was entertaining. That's it. Like, subscribe. Peace.